Uh-oh, I've got a guitar-sized box in from Orangewood. You know what that means? That means this is gonna be an acoustic video. But don't worry, don't go anywhere. Don't click off the video yet. It's gonna be a little bit different because this acoustic guitar has an electric guitar pickup in it. And it's got a feature that I've never had the pleasure of messing around with before. This is gonna be a new experience for me. There's a rubber bridge guitar in here. Let's open it up and check it out. Looks like it comes with a relatively decent soft bag situation here. Here we go, the big reveal. Let's see what we got. What color is it gonna be? Oh, fun! Oh, I like this. It's a parlor style acoustic guitar, doing like this Silvertone style thing. I like it already. Am I gonna like the rubber bridge situation? That's the big question. Oh, it's got flat wound strings on it. That's fun. I'm just so completely new to this concept of these rubber bridged guitars. I know it's a big thing right now. I know it's a big trend. Maybe it's not a trend. Maybe it's gonna last forever. In the indie music scene is these retrofitted old like Harmony and Silvertone acoustic guitars that have a rubber bridge on them and apparently flat wound strings and some sort of pickup going on, and people play these nice muted little charming sounding songs with them. Let's take a look at everything we've got here and then I'll give it a strum and tune it up and we'll start experimenting, see what kind of trouble I can get into. So we've got a headstock here, obviously, open back tuners, a nut. All the normal basic stuff is there. I don't know what the nut material is. If I can find the information, I'll put it up on the screen. The frets are highly, highly polished. Mirror shine on those frets. Well dressed on the ends, no bite or anything like that. Small body. I don't have a measuring tape here. Let me grab one real quick. Have a look at the length of the entire guitar. Looks like it's about 37.5 inches. What is the scale? 24 3/4, so not that short. I mean, I guess I'm used to electric guitars being that scale. But then an acoustic guitar at that scale looks so tiny because the body is tiny. Rosewood fretboard going on. Kind of a flat-backed, almost like classical style feel to that neck. Not thick in any way. It's not doing that vintage Harmony Silvertone sort of thing where you get that huge baseball bat of a neck. I love this burst. I love this whole look with the burst and the cream pickguard and the little tiny cream cupcake knob here. That's just classy. Trapeze tailpiece over that rubber bridge that I keep mentioning. That's really the thing here. That's the thing we're going to be exploring. Of course, there is a hot rail in the neck. A hot rail pickup in the neck of an acoustic guitar. I'm assuming there is some sort of ground situation going on to that trapeze. I don't see any wires or anything like that floating around in here. I can't see down to where things are going on, but we've got an output jack. I'm assuming that's a volume knob. Strap button, strap button. All right, first chord. Let's see what it sounds like. I haven't tuned it yet. It sounds like it might be close. That's thuddy. This is going to be really interesting. I can't wait to hear this thing through effects. I want to put some effects on the table and just experiment in this video. Just have fun. All right, I'm going to turn on the amps and tune this thing up and start experimenting with it. There it is. How strange. doing some ground hum. Oh, they didn't ground that trapeze. That's a little bit of a bummer. If I owned this guitar, which I don't actually, this is a loaner. I'm not keeping this one. If I fall in love with it, Orangewood said that they will send one to me to own eventually when they are fully in stock. But if I owned this, I would get into this and figure out how to ground to this metal trapeze. Because that hum is a little bit annoying. Despite the name of the channel here. Guitar feels nice right off the bat though. I wonder if people who play these things run straight into the PA typically, or if they run into some sort of amplifier, whether it be an acoustic amplifier or a, you know, a normal electric guitar amplifier. I'm running into the two Princetons, by the way. And I'm running through the Motherboard pedal board on the desk in front of me. I've got a camera running on it so you can see exactly what I do when I do it. I know I'm not playing this thing the way the indie guitarists out there want it to be played right now. Let's see if I can figure something out. Let's see if I can figure out some sort of charming little chordy thing to do here. Yes, here we go. Fuzz time? Let's have some fun with fuzz. He likes it. That was magical. I think I'm gonna have to ask Orangewood to send me one of these. I'm gonna try to do a really quick fix for that ground hum, just to show how easy it could be. I did it! I grounded the bridge. All I did was run a wire from the output jack all the way up to the trapeze here. If I owned this guitar, which I'm starting to think I'd like to. I had a lot of fun with that little jam back there, that little loop. That was dreamy. Oh man, we'll talk about that more in a minute. But if I owned this guitar, I would run that internally. I would drill a hole all the way through one of the screws on the trapeze and run a wire through there internally to the output jack to permanently ground this bridge so that it's not making a hum sound while I'm playing. As long as I'm touching the strings, that hum goes away. All right, let's have some more fun here. I just barely started playing this thing and I'm already kind of in love with it. I caught myself muting the strings a lot as I was playing because I do that with a normal guitar. When I'm playing leads and stuff, I tend to roll on and off of the bridge to mute strings for various different effects. And I'm wondering if I even need to do that with this guitar since it's got a self-muting bridge in a certain way. I mean, the strings do ring out differently than when they're muted. I mean, it even sounds different than a normally muted guitar. I want to circle back to that spring reverb. The moment I hit that, making that loop, I was like, oh man, this thing hits that spring reverb nice. This is the Source Audio True Spring here. There it is muted. Is this going to be a surf acoustic? That's enough of that nonsense. It loves that spring reverb. People who are watching this, because you already love rubber bridge guitars and you're looking for effects to throw at them, spring reverb, Source Audio True Spring if you want that drip. Welcome to the channel, by the way. You might not have watched anything on this channel before. I obsess over drippy spring reverb. I've got a lot of other videos about them featuring a lot of other pedals. This is one I choose a lot, but you can go watch all the other videos that I have on drippy, surfy spring reverbs. The strap is really tweaking my shirt around. I'm trying to adjust that. How do I look now? Is that better? Plus tremolo? I feel like I'd want to build a pedal board around this guitar. Obviously, it would have a looper on it. This is a guitar that wants to be looped. Obviously, spring reverb. Obviously, tremolo. It likes drives. I mean, it's got a hot rail. It's gonna like drives. I'm actually pretty dang surprised. Let's try it with just some dirt. Here is the left side of my 50/50. It's a little out of tune, isn't it? I was doing some irresponsible bending earlier. It's got this like old school bluesy sort of thing going on. Try it with the bell now. Oh, I like that. And of course, I was doing some fuzz stuff earlier. This acoustic guitar dooms, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Not bad. What else do I do? What else do I do with this thing? I mean, it's all about what I can communicate to you, the viewer, so that you can have an idea of what I'm experiencing here. In my research, my very limited research into rubber bridge guitars, I saw a lot of people getting old Silvertones, old Harmonies, old Airlines, things like that, and converting them, putting rubber in place of the bridge material to get the sound, and then installing various pickups in the neck and things like that. And while that is probably the most street credible way to go, the most charming way to go, the most indie way to go, I do have to say, I know what those guitars play like, I know what they feel like, and they have a certain charm to them, but they're not modern players. This is a modern playing guitar. How much are these things? Let's look it up real quick. $395. I can understand converting a guitar you already have. But by the time you buy a pickup and you do the work to swap in a rubber bridge and maybe a volume knob and an output and stuff like that, you could easily spend less on this than you would on buying an old Silvertone and converting it. Sometimes you get lucky, you get them cheap, but these days they've started to push in that collector's market. I could be totally wrong. Someone out there might be like, I bought one for 50 bucks. That's awesome. But for $395, this is a modern playing guitar. The pickup works. It's a humbucker, so you're not getting single cycle hum. It is a little bit of a bummer that you have to do your own grounding work if you want that. What do I know about this? Maybe having constant ground hum is part of what all the indie folk out there want when they're playing a rubber bridge guitar. But that's not a hard mod to make. I think that's a very fair price. It plays great. It feels very comfortable in a modern way. The tuning pegs feel nice and smooth. They are an open back tuner, but they seem like a pretty dang high quality open back tuner. Nice and smooth, like I said. Flat one strings, that's fun. I mean, I guess a drawback is I don't know how hard it would be to convert this back to a regular guitar. I guess you could take it to a tech and they could swap the bridge and put in a regular bridge if you ever wanted to have it just be a normal parlor guitar, if the rubber bridge thing stops tickling your fancy. I just want to get loopy with this thing. Like I already said, rut buster territory. I was running a reverse delay on that. Because it's so muted and it's such this, it just has this short like bleed off of each note. That reverse really hits it nicely. Are you kidding me right now? Go full mix on that. I had something really good going on there for a while, and then I lost it. This wants to go through like Chase Bliss pedals. It wants to go through a mood or a habit or something like that, a blooper. It wants a looper. It wants glitchy little loops and little ambient things to play around with. It wants spring reverb. This is an effects pedal hungry acoustic guitar. That's how I'm interpreting it. It's probably not gonna love a loud stage too much. I mean, I was getting some feedback I'm at bedroom volumes here. Like, I keep things really quiet here. Stacking gain, not too bad. Throw a third overdrive circuit into the mix. There we go. Not that that's a bad thing. I don't know, it's really not that bad. Like, I wouldn't want it on like a crazy loud rock and roll full drum kit, full Marshall stack sort of stage, but the vibe I'm getting off of this, like kind of coffee shop with a looper and a bunch of effect pedals and maybe like a small, like a Princeton or something like that, I think you'd be just fine. Someone playing cajon behind you, or even a little jazz kit or something like that. This could be someone's whole thing. And I realize that it is. There's a lot of people out there doing the rubber bridge acoustic guitar thing now, and I see why. It's a rut buster. It's charming. It's beautiful. It's fun. I'm having a lot of fun right now. It loves effects. Everyone out there who's playing around with rubber bridge guitars and they're not exploring effects pedals, get on it. Go spend a bunch of money on pedals. Use my affiliate links. But wow. Yeah, I like this. It has this kind of like the guitar equivalent of a toy piano sort of sound. And I like it. That's not bad at all. It's interesting. It's compelling. I gotta stop myself because I'll just keep going forever and ever and ever. Here, we gotta do a little link ray. hard to get above the 12th fret on this guy here. That needs some reverb. Pull it back a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. Not bad at all. I want to loop one more thing and then we'll do final thoughts. Little Pixies, Fountains of Wayne mashup there to close out the video. I've been recording for over 2 hours. I know a lot of stuff isn't going to make the cut, but that's a sign that I've been having fun. I'm enjoying this thing. That's just such a cool sound. It feels really nice. The price ain't bad, $395. A little bit of an issue I found with the grounding, easily fixed. All you need is a little piece of wire. I mean, I wish Orangewood would just address that issue on their own. But like I said, I'm not familiar with the rubber bridge scene. Maybe people want constant ground hum. I doubt it, but maybe they do. But I gotta say, I'm into it. I'm into the concept and the execution of this instrument. It plays modern. It looks vintage and retro. I love this sunbursty finish on here. I love the visual appointments of the cream 3-ply pickguard here and the cream cupcake knob and, you know, the trapeze and all of that, the parlor style build. I love the modern playability. It feels just like playing any other modern guitar. The neck is very playable and comfortable. There's no issues I'm running into here keeping me from playing it the way I want to play it. It's just a natural player. But what do you guys think? Like, your opinion is the opinion that's most important here. I did my best to show you what I was experiencing. I did my best to describe what I was experiencing. What's your takeaway here? You might be here shopping for a rubber bridge guitar because you're deep into the scene. You're deep into the music that these things are making these days. Did I do a decent job showing it off? Did I show you what you wanted to hear? and what you wanted to see and what you wanted to know? Do you have a decision to make? Are you in between going with, picking up an old Silvertone and fixing it up, or going something more modern? I want to know. Tell me down in the comment section what your thoughts are and what direction you're going. Tell me what you know. Tell me everything you know about rubber bridge guitars. I want to find out. I want to read what you guys have to say. So anyways, huge thanks to Orangewood for sending this out to me. I'm going to put it back in the mail here in the next day or two, but I'm going to have some fun on my own playing it before I ship it out and debating whether or not I need one of these in my life full time. Right now, I'm feeling like, yeah, like I need another guitar in my life. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's very different. But it's also very comfortable and very familiar, very enjoyable. I guess I didn't show you what it sounds like unplugged. I'm not set up to do that. My voice is picked up by a Shure SM57 right above my head up here. It's like that far away from my head. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to give a couple strums just so you can hear what it sounds like closer to a microphone. It's very quiet. You would not use this in an acoustic unplugged set with, traditional steel string guitars. Maybe alongside a classical, but still that might be too loud. This is a very quiet instrument, unplugged. It wants to be plugged in. All right. Like I said, huge thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked, and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.